Well, it's day 2. It's the last day I have. Today is Friday. Generally, I go to the track on Friday, hang out, camp out, and we race on Saturdays. This Friday, finishing this up. Made good progress yesterday. You've seen that in part 1. If you haven't, go back and watch it. So today is all the details. Today we got the wiring to do, distributor, carburetor, cooling system, all the little detail things that we got to do to fire the engine up. So we're gonna get after that stuff. First thing I'm gonna do is actually put bolts in the motor mounts now, because we left them loose yesterday so we could move the motor around to get the headers in. Headers are in, they are bolted down, and just an FYI, these are Hooker Super Comp headers. That's some monster tubes on them, as you've seen. They are specific for a 63 and 64 Galaxy. Those cars, I'm stuffed up, y'all have to forgive me. Those cars are unique in their design, but even though these headers are made specifically for this car, they are a pain in the ass to get on this car. Understand that before you get some. They can go on there, but you will invent words to say while you're trying to put them on this car. So let's get after it and see if we can hear this thing make some noise today. I don't know if it's things are just tight, or if it's just the fact that I'm working on no sleep and trying to put a car together. Oh. Except when it's not. All right, so the engine is now mounted in its home. It's just everything else we got to do now. Oh. Like I said previously, I'm not going to tell you anything about the combination, except for I'll borrow some words from the great Grumpy Jenkins and say that internally it was modified to make it more desirable for the intended purpose. And we're going to leave it at that. tech tip when you got to get into a tight spot and you don't have something to fit. I took a cheap El Cheapo socket set like you'd buy at, you know, a dollar store or something. Chopped one of the ratchets off, rounded a ball off on the corner, and that thing right there, now it's not good for just cranking down torque, but that right there will save you hours of with a wrench. Yeah. No battery. A day out and back of the toolbox. When you work alone, that's one of the things you do. Never underestimate the power of just somebody standing around to hand you something. Jeez. All right. Just love the smell of race fuel in the morning. Grab a wrench. Starting to look like a motor. If you're going to build engines or build a engine for you or whatever the case may be, this is a tool that everybody needs to have in their arsenal. Let me move this camera up. I feel like one of those talking heads. All right, this is a tool everybody should have in their arsenal. This is made to prime an oil pump. Basically, it's a collar that sits in the intake that holds it straight. It's got a little hex shaft on the end that fits over the oil pump drive shaft, and a smooth end that goes onto a drill. Prime your system. It'll tell you ahead of time if you've got issues. All right, it's that time. Now, if you've ever done a fresh motor, you know not to put a whole lot of stock in the first fire because, well, the timing's probably not tweaked quite right, the carburetor's not tweaked quite right, and honestly, we need to make sure there's no leaks or nothing, and we didn't forget anything or none of that nonsense, but we're gonna try to fire it and see what happens. Keys, cause street car, right? Hey, let's see if it fires. That's the first tell. Let's try giving it a little more timing. See what that does for me.
well it runs. It starts. It's got killer oil pressure. Timing's not right. Carburetor needs adjusting. But it's alive. And I have to be at the track first thing in the morning. So I've got some stuff left to do. The smoke you seen earlier, these headers are painted with some kind of paint. So that was the paint cooking on these headers. Really no big deal. Right now I've got to get the clutch straightened out. It needs to be adjusted. It's out of whack. I've got to get the timing set, and I've got to make some adjustments to the carburetor. Then see if it actually moves around under its own power, and once I know how to do that, I guess technically I can load it up and take it to the track, although it's going to be making adjustments as we go at the track. So no time for any testing, no time for any tuning. It's just going to be first round of qualifying, throw it out there and see how it runs, and probably lay back on it a little bit to be easy to kind of see if there's any issues. Once we go through that, then it'll be maybe the second round, if everything goes good, we can really throw the onions to it. It may be first round of qualifying, make a few tweaks, do the second round of qualifying, see if we went the right way, the wrong way, and kind of do a Hail Mary pass at it and see what happens. Either way, this is not going to be the best representation of what this engine can do, but this thing's rowdy. It's hard to translate on film. It's the first time that I could feel the I don't know how to explain it. You can feel it in the floorboards, you know, when it's hard to explain. It's the first time it's ever felt this way, first time it's ever sounded this way. It is a different combination altogether. So Lord willing, it all works out the way it should be. All we can do is hope and pray, but I'm gonna get at it. I'm probably gonna end this video now so that the next video that comes out, you will see track time. You will see the payout in this. So I hope you have followed along with this. Remember to hit the subscribe button if you have not, so you can see all this as it happens. You get notifications if you hit the little bell. Remember, when we get to 1,000 subscribers, we are going to build an engine and give it away. Now that I have this kind of in the right direction, I can get back to work on this customer engine that we done a start on the other day. We can get back to get this kind of caught up with me kind of quicker than I expected it to. So stay tuned. Things are about to get real, and from here on out, there'll be a lot more focus on racing on this channel. So with a few engine builds thrown in. So God bless you. Hope the Lord bless you today more than He did yesterday. If you haven't subscribed, please do once again, and we'll see y'all at the track.